Dark Blast, summon the powers of the netherworld to defeat your foes. The draining effects of most of these powers can reduce your target's chance to hit. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is SP Jimmy. Welcome to my channel where I go through all the primaries and secondary power sets in City of Heroes 2019. And today we're taking a look at the Dark Blast power set. Now, according to this guide here, and I will tell you that it's not correct, this is only available to blasters, corruptors, and defenders. But can you remember which one they're missing? That's right, it's Sentinels. Well, to make up for that, I do at the end of this video have a build lined up for us to use for a Dark Sentinel, and I believe if you look down in the comments right now, you will find that build lined up in there. So feel free to check that out, and if you enjoyed that build or you enjoy my videos, please hit the subscribe button so that you can keep up to date on all the latest guides as they're coming out. Now, Dark Blast is amazing. It has a lot of -2 hit, but the cool thing for us today is it's very different if you're a corruptor / defender in the set of powers that you have versus that of a blaster. So we're gonna have to read through them both to be able to appreciate what the differences are. But you can see like blasters get Abyssal Gaze, the corruptors and defenders don't get. So we're gonna really go into this here, and then we'll talk about them, and then we'll go and we'll look at the build and see what it looks like. So blaster, the Dark Blast is your level 1, or you can choose Gloom. Dark Blast is a moderate damage that is negative with foe -2 hit, and Gloom is ranged high damage over time negative with foe -2 hit. At level 2, you can get Umbral Torrent, which is a ranged cone with moderate damage negative, foe -2 hit and knockback. And your tier 4 is Aim, a self +2 hit, +2 damage. Then you get Moonbeam, and Moonbeam is not available to the Sentinel, but it is available much earlier to the Corruptor and Defender. So that's a pretty cool trade-off that they get. It's a sniper, it's extreme damage, and we all know that we can fire snipes on the move now, and it's giving -2 hit, and it's awesome, especially in a PvP setting. Tenebra's Tentacles is a ranged cone with minor damage over time and negative, foe immobilized, -2 hit, and you can slot that up pretty cool. Get some holds in there, get some damage procs going off. Tenebra's Tentacles could be awesome. Abyssal Gaze at level 18 for a blaster is a ranged high damage over time negative foe hold with -2 hit. Their tier 8 is Life Drain, which is a ranged high damage negative foe -2 hit and gives self plus HP. Black Star at level 32 is a player-based extreme damage negative foe -2 hit and self minus recovery, so it makes it more difficult for you to recover your endurance. Let's compare that to the Corruptor and Defender. Dark Blast the same, Gloom is the same, Moonbeam you get it a little bit earlier, but you also get Dark Pit, which the Blaster doesn't get. Dark Pit is a ranged targeted AoE with foe disorient. Tenebra's Tentacles you get the same there, it's just available a little bit more early. Then you get Nightfall, which the blaster does not get. It is a ranged cone that does moderate damage over time negative and foe -2 hit. Then you get Torrent, which it says just Torrent, which I guess is different than Umbral Torrent, only in that it does minor damage instead of the moderate damage of Umbral Torrent. Then you get Life Drain, it's the same, and then you get Black Star, it's basically the same. I mean, it's stronger on the other one, on the blaster, but powers, Abyssal Gaze. You gaze into your foe's eyes, giving them a glimpse into the terrifying netherworld, rendering them held, reducing their chance to hit and dealing high negative energy damage over the next couple of seconds. And that takes holds, 2 hit buffs, accurate 2 hit buffs, some good procs in there. Aim is only on the blaster, it looks like, so that's pretty generic. That's something that they swapped out for the Defender. Corruptor don't get that. Black Star available to everybody. You can unleash a devastating blast of negative energy around yourself, dealing massive damage and severely reducing affected foes' chance to hit. This power leaves you drained of endurance and unable to recover endurance for a while. You can get Dark Blast, a long-range blast of dark energy. It deals moderate negative energy damage and reduces the target's chance to hit, and that's available to everybody. Dark Pit envelops a targeted foe and any nearby enemies in a pit of negative energy that attacks no damage, but disorients all affected foes for a good while, and that is only for corruptors and defenders. Gloom slowly drains a target's life while reducing their chance to hit. It's slower than Dark Blast, but deals more damage over time, and I think it's probably the better choice of the two. Life Drain, you can tap power of the Netherworld to steal some life from a target and reduce their chance to hit. Some of that stolen life is transferred to you in the form of hit points. And that takes healing, accurate healing, and also accurate to hit debuff. Moonbeam, your snipe, is extremely powerful. It deals tremendous damage and reduces the target's chance to hit. This is a sniper attack, and like most sniper attacks, is best fired from a distance as it can be interrupted, but it doesn't have to be interrupted anymore if you use it while you have the proc available. Nightfall unleashes a cone-shaped burst of particles from the Netherworld. All targets within the modest range of this power take negative energy damage and have a reduced chance to hit. Tenubra's tentacles can create a cone-shaped rift to the Netherworld that allows its native creatures to slip their oily tentacles into our reality. That's really the description for Tenubra's tentacles? Whoa, that's awesome. These creatures will snare all foes within range, immobilizing them with their tentacles, drain their life, reduce their chance to hit, and do some pretty disgusting things to them. And that can take immobilize, will be good. Torrent, you summon a wave of mire that sweeps away foes within its arc. The attack deals minimal negative energy damage, but sends foes flying and reduces their chance to hit. And you could change that to knock down, might be better with the sudden acceleration enhancement. Umbral Torrent, you summon a wave of mire that sweeps away at an arc. Same thing as above, it just does moderate damage, same thing, and you can slot that for knockback instead. Looking now at the Sentinel, Dark Blast the same, then you get Gloom, then you get Umbral Torrent, then you get Abyssal Gaze, which is your hold. You get Aim, Dark Obliteration, range targeted AoE, moderate damage, negative, foe, minus accuracy. That looks good. You roll a large blast of negative energy at your opponent that explodes on impact, exposing the dark power of the Netherworld to all foes near the target. Dark Obliteration can reduce the accuracy of everyone attacked. So it's not just -2 hit, it's actually minus accuracy on Dark Obliteration. That's awesome. See how everything else has -2 hit on it? You want Dark Obliteration for minus accuracy. That's amazing. On Tumbril, Beam has target -2 hit, which is a different one that the other ones didn't get. It's a superior damage versus a sniper, so that's the trade-off there for a Sentinel. Life Drain's the same, and Black Star looks pretty much the same. Except you can see there the base recharge is 90 seconds, which is probably a little bit lower than what it normally is, because that's what Sentinels have their base recharge set to on their tier 9 abilities. The ATO for the Sentinel is, let me pull it up here. Recharge time and chance for absorb and chance for opportunity. So in the build that is linked down in the comments, it looks like he put the chance for absorb on Gloom and the chance for opportunity on Abyssal Gaze. And if you're wondering what opportunity is, go check out my other video on Sentinels that describes his class in greater detail. There's also some builds posted over there, but you guys will get to check out this one that has a little bit lower on the defense, as is typical with Sentinels. Pretty good resistance, I would say, with this Fiery Aura secondary. You're going to be dealing a lot of damage. This is a Dark, Fire, and Soul Sentinel. So go ahead and check that out. And if you guys enjoyed the video, leave a thumbs up or whatever, and I will see you in a little bit.